Hello and welcome for Icewind Dale, Dungeons and Dragons, Rime of the Frostmaiden, episode 7. I'm sorry for the last episode. I don't know what happened, but it felt like my PC overheated and it could not process the whole video and something got jumbled up. I have no idea why. The problem did not appear again. It just solved itself out of thin air. So we should be good now. Unless my PC catches fire, which is a possibility, because I have the NCXT H1 chassis that has the famous problem of its riser cable getting lit on fire. Because one of the screws can directly connect with the PCB board, I believe, is how it works, which shorts the whole PC. That's a thing.
Heck.
They have been officially recalled now, but I also live in Switzerland, not the USA. So I don't know what to do about it. I've been considering just informing the company that I bought it from, but for a refund. But at the same time, I really need my PC. I don't know if I can just take everything out and wait for a new one to arrive or something. Or I have to buy a different one because you cannot sell them if they are literally a health hazard, like setting your house on fire. Only technically.
So the expensive PC that you bought so you can transport it is actually defective.
Yes. It's a very small thing. I know exactly what causes it. If your PC does not get lit on fire the first time, you're fine. You're not fine if you keep changing hardware or sell it a second-hand market, and the other guy puts new stuff in and might screw around on the screws, which would make them connect and short circuit again. So that's
Holy fucking shit.
As long as I don't open it, it's good.
Did you open it?
No. No, not yet. Well, I do plan to.
Did you not open it to put a graphics card inside?
Not since I know about it. But yeah.
You're a big dum-dum.
I assume Ref has actually heard about this. Have you? Do you keep up with PC components?
Which board was it?
So it's the whole NCXT H1 that got recalled, and it's like I think, what's it called, a riser extension cable that you put on the graphics card and the motherboard to get it around the corner or something.
Yeah, I heard a bit about that, but I'm not keeping up with every bit of hardware.
Gotcha. Well, I kept up with it because it's the one I have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should be able to replace it with the nylon screws and it's fine. But, the problem would resurface if I ever sell the PC or hand it down or something like that.
If you sell the PC, it's not your problem.
Well, you just have to warn
But
them
it's still my
about
responsibility.
Just warn them to not use metal screws.
Well, in the very rare case of 0.01% that somebody might get lit on fire because they bought my PC.
Yeah, but that can basically be anything you can sell to someone, so...
I mean, that arrival parts for PCs.
Except that I know about it, and it's a faulty because of some they just what was it they did? They drilled holes in the PCB outside its range so that it connects with the PCB layers with the screw if it's at a dumb angle.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's something I would basically say I keep the board until I get a new one, and you give me my money back, because that's just more than stupid.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, somebody YOLO'd apparently. And didn't know what's up. So yeah, that's how are you guys doing? Let's road to Rev.
With me, still lockdown, not much changing. I don't know yet if I have a hardware problem, but at the worst case, my motherboard is in a list of products that might have non-working USB, more or less. Mine works most of the time. Who knows? Basically guesswork. Maybe I have to resend it at some point, but not yet.
Oh wow, USB's not working is high on the list of things I'm afraid about. All right. Granny Bear, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for checking in. I have spent the last 27 hours in a game jam that my university runs every year, this time online. I'll grab a screenshot for you guys if you like.
Oh, Game Jam. I was not clear if you're literally gaming or creating games.
Creating a game in 27 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not a very good one.
And
It sounds like work.
I've done a couple of those for 48 hours. It's rough. You learn so much. And you're like, I know nothing. Teach me all of the things in 2 hours or less, and the rest is production.
It was just one day, basically, this one.
It's basically make one mechanic and hope that works.
So what was give me your elevator pitch. What was your 3 words that stuck on the wall that you went with?
Ricochet, bullets.
Ooh.
Limited.
Titanium.
Like top down or
First person.
Okay. Wow, 3D then.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, why would you do that to yourself? Game Jam?
Christ.
Cool.
I do like ricocheting bullets. That sounds super cool. Yeah, shoot around corners, looper style.
It needs a little bit of polishing, but yeah, it's
Who would have thought?
I mean, if you're in the game jam and expect a game with polish, you're in the wrong place.
exactly.
Except if it's actually from Poland.
Get Unicorn, how are you doing?
I'm beeped.
All right,
I'm very beep.
gotcha. For some reason, you were really loud, so I turned you down, and now you're not as loud again. It's okay. Just act normally,
Because
Unicorn.
my first sentence was really good.
Okay.
What? Just act normally?
Don't worry about
What
it.
is this novel?
What is this normal? Can I eat that?
So, when are you going to
Is it in the air?
replace your
Do I breathe?
microphone?
When I have eaten this one.
Oh my god. Now, okay.
Oh.
Yes,
Ooh.
oh no, don't do this. No. This was
the
really
hell?
bad.
Ref is not amused.
Yeah, you definitely are giving some future viewers ear rape. But you gave it to us
good.
now.
Then I'm at least giving them something.
No.
Something for the future.
Anything you want to share, or I don't know, like
Well, I got the most useless letter the other day.
Okay.
I'm hunting for some place where I can get my facial hair removed. And after 3 months of waiting, I finally got the letter that they can't find anyone who can do that in the specified method. So now I'm just looking for anyone who can do it, because the problem is I got some gray hair and the old laser method doesn't work on hair that doesn't have enough pigment. And the method that wouldn't work, nobody does that anymore.
Did they become gray in the last 3 months too?
No. They've been gray for years now.
Just saying, would have been funny. In a twist of irony, you know?
My life doesn't know irony. It's a running joke. Yes, but I'm Tish.
Alright.
Very
Dreaming
bottom
Hero,
Tish.
how are you?
Okay-ish.
Anything you
were-
want to share willingly for entertainment of the masses?
No, not for entertainment. Then. Let's just say I had a rough end of 2020 and start of 21, and it's still wearing me down every now and then.
I feel you.
Yeah. And yeah, it's difficult to miss someone who you can't visit anymore.
You don't say. Somebody I know is on the other side of an international the border. So visiting has become a lot more difficult. I'm talking about Unicorn. Yes.
Yes, obviously.
Well, Unicorn can still reply and talk to you.
Yeah, that's true. She has the power of the internet.
Yeah.
At her
Shitty
fingertips.
German backwater internet.
It's not
come
that
on.
bad.
It's actually better than American internet. So.
Everything is better than American internet. Even space internet is better.
Electricity. Let's not forget electricity. A storm rages outside in Germany. Perfect electricity, perfect internet. A mild wind blows in America. Oh my god, where's my internet? Oh my god, what's electricity?
You know, the other day someone like in, I don't know if it was France or the other country.
Who?
The one below France. Which one was it?
Spain?
Yes, Spain.
You mean France? Not France?
France.
One below.
France.
The one below France should be Italy. Next to France comes Spain.
I guess
and
so.
On what continent are you living?
If I'm thinking below, I think of Spain. But
Anyway, the story is
it's a multiple choice answer.
They had a thunderstorm and they rushed out of the bathtub.
Okay.
And I didn't get the connection why. Because when there's a thunderstorm outside, I still take a shower. I don't care why.
It's because
and apparently their lightning protection is inadequate.
Oh.
Yeah, they can get shocked, right?
Yeah, that's
a shocking
really? Thing.
Wait, what? They can shock? They can get shocked in their bathtub from a lightning strike?
Yes, they left the bathtub because there was a thunderstorm outside.
Yeah.
I didn't get why.
I'm so confused.
I didn't think that Spain was that backwater.
Maybe just superstition.
Are you still in? You say below France? That's Italy.
That's okay. I believe
Whatever.
you.
But
Italy is below Switzerland.
Everybody knows that.
Whatever. Spain. I mean, Spain is very backwater. My grandpa had his very own house, which he did built with his very own hands. Do you know where the water came from? From
The
a
toilet.
well. No, from a well that he took himself. So imagine that, fresh water from a well, awesome water quality. However, showering in the morning, ugh, cold. There was no hot water. That was cold. If you were lucky, you could shower in the afternoon because the water was pumped up to a metal container on top of the house, and that got warmed up in the sun, and that was our hot shower water.
How do you get hot
Oh, wow.
water in the winter then?
What?
It doesn't get that cold in Spain.
Oh, right.
Not in Extremadura. That's translated to the devil's cooking pot.
Oof,
Lovely.
that's
Freezing.
yeah, that sounds bad.
It's a
That
very
sounds
hot
like a lovely
area.
place to
Doesn't
die.
sound like a place I want to visit. No, thank you.
It's like
You want
right at the
visit?
border. They lived in Badajoz, and it was right at the border to Portugal. Like, it was hot there.
I
I
guess
hated it.
I guess it's popular in the winter then.
Yes, it should. It was a wonderful place. It was also very popular by richer people because that was out in the nowhere. No one could bother you.
It's too hot to be bothered.
That too. In Spain's you know, people do act differently. They have a different internal clock.
Hmm.
They're from morning to noon, they're pretty much useless because it's too hot to function anyway. So actually, all the stuff is done afternoon and evening. You see them bustling around in the evenings. So part of my childhood in Spain was that I would play in the morning, in the water, whatever, then have a long nap to 6 p.m. and then walk to the cantina with my parents. And there was a tiny playground, and I would play with kids in in the middle of the night, more or less. That's normal. That's how it was. And everyone knew each other. I had like a whole small village. It felt like the whole neighborhood were my family.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. So they would also help each other. Like, oh, can you help me out? My grandchildren come over. Do you have a melon? And my grandpa would be like, sure, here, have a melon. And then he would get whatever this person could give, and that was maybe a piece of ham, freshly.
Oh, wow.
Uh,
Gotcha.
yeah. So
Real
there
communal
were
living, so to say.
yeah. I know a bit of land life, you could say, and I know city life. And turkeys are evil.
Well, all I know about land life is picking apples over the autumn is a bitch. Especially if you're out of shape like me and then you go down to help out and you kneel down, pick up the apples, get back up. Kneel down again, pick up the apples. For 3 weeks! Until all the apples are picked up. They don't pick themselves. It was fantastic.
They don't.
I didn't know I had abs until I returned home and looked in the mirror.
That you still didn't have any.
No, I actually did. There was a time where I was checked. Because I worked on the farm over the autumn.
Can you go back to that time?
Can I reverse time?
Sadly, no.
Losing weight is still a project I'm working on. I've not given up yet, but you know, it does take time. I got like yogurt without anything in it to eat. It's weird. I've been trying to find some monsters in the meantime, but doesn't look like I'm very successful.
Kobolds.
So tell me, guys, what are I did have some questions. What are the motivations for your characters?
Oh, motivation.
Yeah.
Can you guess mine?
Oh, right. That's
Granny Bear goes on adventure just to die. My motivation is what was I had a motivation last time. I'm pretty sure I had one. Yes, I am fed up with the fact that I can't hunt, and staying at home doesn't help me solve this problem. So I go with you guys in hope of finding a solution to this problem. You know, the eternal winter, and maybe keep Granny Bear alive. Poor old lady, having no one she can talk to.
No. Why are you doing this?
Because I'm a very good person. And I have an intelligence set of 8.
why is the rope hanging on the ceiling again? I just don't get it. Oh, anyways. How are you doing, Granny Bear?
I'm doing good.
Unfortunately.
Hey, Bear, want to hang around?
No! Yes! She look. Granny Bear looks at you first time?
First time. Silly jump.
It's the sleeping news.
Okay, this is. I only have bad jokes in my mind. That's my superpower.
You would make a brilliant barge.
A barge?
Wait.
Barge?
Like a ship? Well, at least you can ship me them.
A cross between a bard and an arch.
Thank you.
No, what have I done?
It's a,
You've done everything. You've done the worst.
the worst.
I'm so ashamed of being here and
No, it's
stuff.
fine. It's all good.
It's all my fault. And Sonora's.
No, not again.
I will accept all responsibility.
No,
Oh.
you're not. He's bad at that.
Did
Wow.
you finish my potions yet, unicorn?
No.
So,
Oh.
so Unicorn, what is Rhiannon's motivation?
She wants to
What
steal
drives you in
the
life? Go ahead.
a sedan.
There are no sedans in Icewind Dale.
Shuck.
Cars do not exist. You gotta import them from Avernus.
No, those cars are hell. They break down every 10 miles. Then you have to saw an arm and a leg and your soul off to get it working again.
That's how it works, yeah.
No, Rihanna's original motivation was to steal this cloud giant's secret to the floating fortresses.
Floating fortress. I don't.
Because she doesn't know that high-road floating ships exist.
She doesn't know that she's in an adventures book yet. What do you mean there's no chapter on a floating fortress? Floating fortress, interesting.
I mean, where else do you steal permanent levitation magic?
I mean, that's one way to do it. You take existing.
Probably from cloud giants.
Take a cloud giant and tie them onto a piece of island. Watch it float up in the air.
Maybe that's how you do it. You take corpses of cloud giants stack them together and make an island.
I mean, cloud giants have floating castles.
Literally.
We just steal the floating castle from a cloud giant. Better.
This is going to be a fast session. So, you see a floating cloud giant castle. How are you attempting to steal it? Go.
I gotta use my magic bean.
No! Well, I guess roll a d20. Well, you don't have the beans, but yes, that is smart.
You felt like it would be very appropriate in the situation. But
Alright.
yeah.
What's your
We,
character's motivation?
To reach good meat in one piece right now.
Fantastic.
And have food. And try out every of those 12 mom potions I got.
Good. I hope they are finished. Just casually putting more pressure onto Unicorn.
What?
You did finish the potion page, right?
Fucks. No.
There's a potion page?
Yes.
The box of mysterious cosmetics? Oh no!
If you don't finish it, give it to me and I finish it.
It's okay. Looks like we are free players now.
Okay. Come on. We are on our way to good meat.
Yes. Ref, what is your course motivation? Money? Fame?
Wasn't much up until now, but probably it's starting to form that he's gonna try and rid Icewind Dale of Oriel's influence.
Alright.
Can I leave a second motivation for Granny?
Go ahead.
She wants to leave the world in a better place before she leaves it.
Do you think she reached that point in her life? At this moment? Like she's pretty good about what she did before?
Yeah, I did some good stuff.
I taught the orphans how to swing a sword.
I wouldn't be so surprised if that was the case, actually. I taught the orphans how to feed themselves, catch fish, and kill the enemies with a very well aimed
Wow.
to the kidney.
I'm thinking more that she was like teaching them gardening, farming, and stuff like that.
In the ice and snow.
Brace yourself, children. Winter is coming.
No, it's already here.
Yeah, that's about 2 years delayed.
Quick, pick up these garden equipment. We gotta pull back all this snow.
Garden equipment, I understood gun.
You're shoveling away
Quick,
all
pick
the
up his gun,
snow
huh?
in Icewind Dale? All of it.
Yeah, just put your back into it. Worth a snap.
Mm,
If you shovel all the snow to the ocean, does the ocean ever rise?
That's smart.
And this is how Icewind Dale became 30% bigger.
Why would it become bigger when the ocean rises?
I just see Patrick Star. Why don't we take all the snow, put it somewhere else? Yay! All
Oh
right.
no.
Uh, okay, let's start. What did we do last session? We had a conflict with insert character name here. Sefik Caltro?
Yes.
He was a very blue-eyed boy with questionable intent. But you have discovered a hand in a bag that was with the traders of Torga.
yeah.
Torga Icewind. This
We have
led
a handbag now.
to the party discussing what to do about this. He obviously looked suspicious as hell. Everybody played Among Us before. So you chose to build a trap by luring him into a murder with some fancy magics and a message spell to convince him, I am your god and you should totally kill the grandma. And he was like, you sure? Yeah, totes. So he agreed and confronted Granny Bear for the heresy of praising to the Grain Mother. Once he has summoned his icy blade to fulfill his deed, that is when the party jumped him. A tumble ensued. Wait, did somebody actually fall unconscious during the fight? I think so.
Yes.
Granny Bear.
Granny Bear.
All right, yes, she was really close to dying actually.
You critted her in the face.
But I saved her.
Yeah.
I think it's also where the discussion from leveling us up came from, because like, oh yeah, I critted him again at level 2 and nearly killed one again.
I'm okay with that though. It was not a scorpion sting crit, okay?
We're all gonna die.
My Granny Bear had a good berry and I just made her eat it, so everything's fine.
Yes, you
If
squeezed
if you
good
bring up
berry
giant
juice.
scorpions, I bring up black holes.
Wow. Are you going to arms race me? Okay.
No, it's gonna black hole the whole continent.
Yikes.
Anyways,
Next
you
campaign.
killed them.
Aftermath of Black Hole.
Icewind Dale, not there anymore.
I wanna play.
More like Icewind Hole. Hey-oh!
I can't destroy my family's home, please.
So, you all got sucked into a black hole. You
Not
see a wizard
bad.
floating by, meditating, waving at you, wearing a hippie pants, and he says, "Welcome to Limbo."
We're in limbo.
That would be even worse for a Granny Bear.
Does it limbo like death? Is this death? I can't
No,
tell.
it's
No,
a
Limbo is
space.
the plane of fuck about.
Welcome to absolute chaos. Whee!
Just kill me now.
Only you can imagine it, girl. All right, and with that, you managed to defeat Zephyr Caltro, who have followed his survival instincts and tried to escape you with mean magics. But with the group's determination, the tracks in the snow, the short range of his teleport spell, and, you know, being annoyed with me trying to escape with him. Like, he disappeared. How?
We will not have that shit.
Yes.
No one disappears in front of us.
So
The best point was making him laugh so he couldn't do anything.
yes. And yeah, you beat him. He has been slain. And with that, supposedly solved the murderers.
No, we
In
didn't, because we
10
saw the
seconds.
blue spirit orb escaping his nostrils.
All right, yeah, you did see like the blue spirits escape from his nostrils after you killed him, and his eyes have changed in color. Mystery? Who knows? Because you literally don't.
And how should we?
Yes.
We have working brains mostly, so we
Mm.
can think.
The party has been rewarded with solving the murder and writing up the report for it. With how much did I give you a core?
I think 6 gold.
With 6 gold. As
That's not
everybody
enough.
else rolls all your gold coins as they disappear in your purse. I mean, what? I'm just joking.
No, I think that I really didn't want anything of it.
And with the mission to gloriously journey over to Goodmead to hand over your report so that the other cities can slowly write down a copy of it in their books, annoyingly, through like super boring bureaucracy that nobody wants to do. But you know, it's technically part of your job description. Do people do this? Not really. I mean, sometimes. Only if people check up on it. You have been given the position to travel to Goodmead. And with that, we have left our companions. What are you up to?
Traveling, I guess.
Who wants to sing a traveling song?
Not
Do you
me.
know a traveling
Definitely not
song?
me.
Do you know a traveling song?
40 barrels of grain on the wall, 40 barrels of grain. Take one down, pass it around. How many barrels of grain remain on the wall?
Who puts grain on a barrel?
I don't. Hang on.
It's a ball of grain. It's balls of grain, right?
It's a metaphor.
No, it's sacks. You put grain in a sack.
Or yeah, right.
Back in my day, we used to put grain in barrels.
In barrels.
Before
Granny
sack
Bear,
technology came around.
Because before the adequate storage technology was invented.
We didn't have any of these fancy satchel things. Whatever the sorry, the snow is getting to my head a little.
How do I word?
Granny Bear. Are you fine? Do we need to rest?
I don't know. How long have we been walking? Like 5 minutes?
You use your snowshoes, right, Granny?
What?
Snowshoes make walking easier. You're ready, right?
I could get ready. What?
She appears
Guys,
to
I
have
think
bad hearing.
Granny, guys, I think Granny Bear is getting older by the minute.
That is
Yeah, that's how aging works.
technically true.
Everybody agrees. There's a slight snow
By the
going
laws
on.
of physics, that is accurate.
The sky is clouded. You are in a dark gray. At this moment in time, the sun is not up, but there will be some twilight happening in an hour as you are approaching noon. Underneath your feet, the soft snow crunches as you follow the one path that has 2 distinct sled marks traveling through it. So for you, it looks like bumps, because even the sled marks where the sleds are usually getting pulled through is covered with fresh snow again. But that's what makes it still like recognizable as a path to follow to Goodmead. At the edge of the town, one little rickety wooden poster with an arrow pointing, I think northeast. That does say good mead on it. And then like underneath it, what was it?
230 miles.
Wow. It's not that far. Let's see. What is the
160
distance?
miles.
Use something we now use something like kilometers.
All right, this map has actually a distance on it.
Oh my god.
It's only like 4 miles.
Oh yeah. 4 miles. But they use
Like
kilometers.
6 kilometers?
Yeah.
6 and something.
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 1 mile was 1.6 or something kilometers.
I hate how everything is in miles here.
I think that actually works better for fantasy.
Now, guys.
Meters and stuff would be too scientific.
Oh yeah, it's easier to not get lost in the details if you don't understand the measures.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to not get lost in the details if you don't know or if you don't understand the details.
Yeah, of course. So, as you take the first step outside of the village, I give this to Unitas. Roll me a d20.
Okie dokie.
As we find out the weather.
Oh.
Praise the good mother.
All
Great
right.
mother.
You're on the road. It has been 10 minutes. Snow is all surrounding you. After the first bend, you realize, tundra landscape around us. The woods are too far away to be seen with the thick clouds in the sky and the white snow. It's all becoming very monochromatic as soon as you left town. I want to know what is the most colorful thing visible on you?
My skin.
You think
My
so? Yeah, I was thinking Dreaming Heroes character skin.
But yeah, what was it? Blue.
Oh.
I guess Granny Beer has that big bowl-like shield that she has slung on her back. I don't know what color that is, but probably shiny, I guess.
Shiny. I mean, of course, it's her dope shield.
It's like a steel drum almost.
Nice, nice. So has it been painted? I would assume so, but I leave it up to you.
Let's say it's got a nice like grain pattern to it.
Are you one of those clerics that keeps their shields in the holy symbol of their god so they can cast spells with it without having to hold the holy symbol itself?
I think so, yes.
You have heard of those clerics as well. I don't know, like reputations is some.
You mean all clerics?
Some priests think it's distasteful and goes against tradition. Others say it's much more practical to help the people and yourself.
I think for Granny Beer, the fact that her shield is the bowl, the empty bowl is her symbol of the Grain Mother, because she fills the bowl.
Oh wow, that's so. That's all in her head though, because she never told anybody about. Did you tell anybody in your party about this? Like what this shield symbolizes?
Guys, would you like to hear the story?
I see.
Sure, Granny.
It all started with the great
I want
chapter
everybody
12.
to roll me a perception check at this moment.
Right now?
Yes.
Now,
And
when the
the
story gets
grandmother-
interesting?
Oh, that's an interesting plot start. It's not the perception to realize that Akua fell asleep
Mm.
again, right?
While walking, I'm skilled in that.
I have a passive perception of 15, just to say that. What did I roll?
Gotta
9.
Did you want me to roll as well, or am I too busy telling
No,
my
Yeah,
story?
you're telling a story. That's for sure.
Hurgle, gurgle, durgle, burgle.
The great prophet looked down on the crowd of people, and the whole crowd of hungry people were fed. It was an amazing sight.
Rhiannon just falls asleep but keeps walking.
So, a core. You rolled a 19. First of all, I will explain to you what you guys see. Then I will tell a core what he sees.
Sure.
All
He
of
sees
you
snow.
see what appears to be an animal limping on one leg in this distance. It's like to the sides of the snow, but you recognize like it has a darker tone to its fur that you pick up like a hill in the snow as it shuffles towards you, and it appears to be whimpering. At first you think, oh, is this a dog or like a wolf? Then it comes closer and closer, and it appears to be in pain. Then you realize, oh, your perspective is playing a trick on you. This thing is massive. it's
massive,
definitely-
and it's limping.
Yeah, it is like double your size and 4 times as long.
And it is in pain.
And it is calling out, like its ears are down, its eyes are those of a puppy, and it is it has like its front left paw completely limp as it drags itself across the snow. And it's have you ever seen like old anime movies with talking animals?
Princess Mononoke.
Yes.
Something like this. Its maw opens and it calls out, "Ah, this
I'm
horrible
already-
pain aches me. Ah, how shall I survive this winter with such suffering? Oh, woe is me."
You know, even before you started talking,
Yes.
I feel like my character would want to try help.
A core.
I don't trust this. I'm
You know this as you.
too shit to roll anything like insight, but I don't trust this.
No, you rolled a 19. You saw.
No, that's
the-
for perception.
Yeah, for perception. You saw the animal in the distance before everybody else. And you saw it like sneaking up towards you, like shuffling closer and closer. And then it suddenly started limping in a weird way. As it became
It's a
noticeable.
talking
for others.
animal. My response is fireball. I don't have fireball yet.
Okay, let's check my intelligence.
Wasn't it an 8?
Yes.
Well,
I think about making a check just so I know if I do something dumb now or not.
I leave it up to you. If you want to, if your character thinks that's, you know, you can just do that. I give it for free.
Let's see. I'm intelligent enough to not do that.
Okay.
I feel
just-
like I help.
Oh, no.
Instantly tell everyone, try to say basically under my breath he's thinking. He's
Can
absolutely
I
big.
roll a nature check or something similar to identify the specific nature of this idiot creature?
What kind of creature is it even?
That's what I want to know.
It has a silver fur and bright blue eyes. And it's
So
looking
do
at
I.
you pitifully. You have silver fur? Wow.
Rhiannon has silver white hair. And
You feel
I have
a-
blue eyes.
I guess you feel a kinship with this creature.
No, he's an imposter. He's
Uh,
sus.
Well, it certainly looks like a wolf that's really big. You can roll me a nature check.
Hey, the only thing I'm not good at. I still rolled a 17.
Creatures like those are known as winter wolves. They are distinguished by the fact that they are cunning and can speak the language of the people
Of their
who,
food.
yeah, of the people who reside in the region. You also know that they can speak the language of giants.
Oh, that's interesting. I can do too. I think. Yes, I can.
Ugh. Do I see travelers up ahead? Please, come closer. I am
I answer
so
to him
hurt.
I answer to him in giant. Oh yes, we come closer so you can eat us, right?
What? No, of course not. What a bad idea.
What's everyone looking at? I don't know.
You turn around and you see this massive wolf like 30 feet in front of you.
Oh my goodness. Holy guacamole.
Granny, do you think we can just walk around it and ignore it?
Great beast, what is your pain? Speak to us.
He's hungry.
I have been kicked and abused by my master. He's a mean
Oh,
old
no.
fart. His name.
No, he hasn't.
Oh, yes, I have.
Basically, completely. I mean, definitely not talking to the wolf, just directly talking to Bia. No, he hasn't.
Look at the wolf.
Does
You
he look
realize-
beaten and bruised?
You realize you're very big. I don't think anyone could be your master. You're your own master.
No, if a giant is his master, then
Well,
Hey, my
you guys are very rude with interrupting me all the time. I was just about to say.
Tell us about this old fart.
He's a frost giant named Karagai.
oh, interesting. Where does he live? How can I kill him? Oh, what? Who said that?
Rest in pieces.
are you
If you
fine?
actually want to do this.
Well, not now. Maybe later.
Oh, can you help me with the pain? I am just so weak. Corey, you know this with your perception check that at some point
Granny
he
knows a
switched...
solution. It's one she's been looking for a long time now.
Okay.
Can I look around to see if he has like pack mates that are circling us?
Sure, roll me perception check.
I trust you implicitly,
How much do I
giant.
see with a 7 and a 20? And a 20 that doesn't count.
Let me read a little bit more.
The wolf has 22 friends, all of which are currently within 30 feet of the party.
Yeah, you don't spot any other wolf. That's him. I'm here. Please. Oh, brave, nice adventures. What are your names?
What adventurers? Who you talking to?
To you.
Oh, people who
I'm
walk.
not an adventurer.
Please, people who walk along the road.
I will help you. Granny Beer walks
Probably
forward.
Oh, fantastic.
I want to inspect the wolf from a safe distance, meaning
I would just
So he
say
can't
circle
find me.
around him. Don't lose sight on him. Don't turn your back towards him. And go towards our goal and stay the fuck away from him.
don't turn your back
Yeah.
towards, but don't turn your back towards the other wolves around us.
But
But can I
He
draw
doesn't
my
need any
bow?
other wolves to rip us
why are
apart.
you walking away?
I'm not.
Kinda, pointing. I kinda draw my bow just in case you do something dumb and watch Granny Bear from a safe distance.
Big
Oh.
Wolf. My name is Bia. What is your name?
He looks at his character sheet, like reads his paw. My name is Kanan.
What a lovely name.
Oh wait, I misread the name. Well, now it's Kanan now. It's literally Kanan now.
Can I now?
Cannon.
Where is your pain, Kanan?
I've been beaten and bruised by this oaf of a giant.
Show
What's
me where,
even
and I will
worse?
do it.
All right. Yeah, he will. Let you come closer, and as you do, he will keep on talking with you. You can roll me a medicine check.
I'm a doctor.
Yes.
Let me just open up my character sheet. I'm sure this is a great idea, guys. I'm sure nothing wrong is going to happen.
I
mean,
literally
if
told you to stay away from him. If you
if
go
Solar
towards him by
Pulse is
now,
a-
it's suicidal. And
if
openly
Solar
suicidal,
Pulse
not
is a
just...
version of the trope, the wolf will be your best friend afterwards.
I don't really understand how wolves work. I'm going to be honest.
They don't. They
Use
just
the
break
good
every
guy.
5 miles like a cheap car.
So you realize it's lean, strong muscles under the fur that is
Wow.
very, very warm and strong. And,
What big muscles you have, Mr. Wolf.
yeah, those of an apex predator. Oh, why, thank you, bear.
Are you insinuating that he would make an excellent fur coat?
Probably
Granny.
2 or 3, but
You look like an honest lot. I think maybe I can give you some information. Thanks, because you're checking
Okay.
me out like that. Helping me. So nice of you. You don't happen to have any food with you, do you?
Would you like a good berry?
We still have some fish.
He will ask what a good berry is.
I think Beer will just demonstrate by casting good berry into her bowl.
It's a good berry.
She holds up her empty shield towards the sky, and it pop, 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 fills up with berries.
Kanan will say, ew, vegetarians. Like, pulling away in horror.
That's
I
right.
have
We're-
some
gross.
dried meat.
We could offer some fish.
Oh, fish sounds good. You got some?
Oh, he's a pescatarian. He only eats fish.
Oh no, you guys are vegans?
oh, was he just accusing us of being veterinarians? Wouldn't you like that?
Vegetarians. He was
Hey, we have
accusing Bea.
enough. We have enough fish for 3 days for the group, so I can.
Core, I just want to know, what is your distance at this point?
5 miles.
Probably would be at least, I think, 100 feet away.
All right.
100 feet. Okay.
This
At
is
least from the wolf.
like
If the
if
rest of the
you
party is going closer.
if you're going any further, you will like basically have them out of sight because more of the terrain, the vision itself. Now it's getting to the twilight that lets you see at during the day.
Stay basically within sight of the rest of the party, but not within close distance of the wolf.
So you can reach like around 75 feet before it's getting
Okay.
before ducking around the next snowy hill. Yeah, Karan is telling you, oh, Garagai, he's such an asshole. Can you believe it? He just doesn't know how to treat such a majestic creature like me.
I come closer while he talks and offer the fish in a bowl.
Ooh, fantastic. How
Excellent idea.
many potions do you have written down? Portions of fish?
3 days worth.
Yes,
It's 2 days worth of fish now.
the whole group.
How much is a ration? Is a ration a day or 1 meal?
It's for the day. Assuming you eat 1 meal a day, and you don't glutton on it, it's 1 ration a day.
Okay, so I'll lose 2 rations.
So
Where are they?
so 4 rations are gone now. Nom, 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 nom.
Okay.
It's
What a
grief.
kindred spirit. Thank you, little blue one. Actually, I
You're
think I have
welcome.
seen some of you before. Garga has kidnapped some of the small folk.
Who's Darga?
The frost giant, Granny. He's a frost
I thought-
giant.
I thought that was Garudi.
No, Garagai.
Garuda.
Garagai.
Yes.
Gesundheit.
Wait, what? No.
Who's speaking? Where are you? Show yourself.
Where is this Garagai based?
Oh, I can show you the way.
Oh, let's.
I
Do
mean,
we
mighty
want to
convenient.
go there?
he has kidnapped those poor townsfolk to eat them for lunch. Can you believe it? How horrible.
Well, lunch is in half a minute, so we too late anyway.
Wait, people being kidnapped? That's not good. I'm just surprised. I thought this was like a civilized part of Frostland. This is basically, we're still inside 10 towns. We're just on the road.
You say civilized part of 10 towns and Rhiannon breaks out into laughter.
That reminds me, didn't we miss some people in Town, in Durantol?
That's true. People have gone missing. This might be like a lead.
And people spoke about wolves?
Akor, I want you to roll me a d20 for no apparent reason.
Oh, damn it.
I'm sure everything's fine.
Alright.
It's 4 hours.
Uh,
4 people have been eaten.
yeah. Akor. Not just you, but all of you. A second giant winter wolf springs over a hill, and he looks down at you, head down, tail in the air, fur bristling, and a big snarl going from his lips. And it opens its toothy maw and says, "You better go to Garagai and save those humans, or I will eat you!" Grrr.
That's the most curious threat that has ever spoken against me.
Yeah, that's very confusing, actually. Wait, what?
Are you threatening us into rescuing people?
Guys, I think it's a trick.
I think this is weird.
That's a weird trick if it's a trick.
It's not a trick. I'm being serious. I
want
don't do
us-
a good grr sound, but imagine it being more intimidating.
More
Okay.
intimidating than you, that's not hard to imagine.
Wow.
An angry cat is more intimidating than you.
Okay, you want us. Go save people.
Garagai has to pay for the abuse.
Okay, then
I
help us.
intend to pay him back for hurting my brother and I.
So will you help us do that?
You will help us to do that.
So there's no reason for you to threaten us. What makes you think that we could even help you?
Callan says, "Oh, don't worry about Korn. He's just very excited to."
Doesn't sound excited to me.
Oh, just scratch him under the neck then.
Can I just check?
Is
I'm
that
very
your
well-
plan? He's going to give you like the evil eye, like, you know, the closer you come, the bigger his lips rise from its teeth.
I give him the cold stare of the ice elves.
And then you scratch him onto the chin. Good.
And then he starts drooling.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Who?
The one scratching up Winterwolf.
Do you wanna try or shall I try?
I'm just imagining Occur in the distance, just hugely disappointed with all of us.
I think
No,
he's hugely disappointed with existence.
You know, there.
Next session. A core. You find 3 more
Yeah.
traveling companions.
Look for a new
Goodly.
party.
I rolled a 16 in animal handling. There we go.
So, the wolf you're talking to is very nice and polite and accommodating. So he will accept scritches. Ah, yes. Oh, that's the spot.
It was a good wolf.
That sounds perverted.
No, don't call me good wolf. Call me Cannon.
Okay, good cannon. So,
I will accept this.
Remember,
We
Akura
can
is
show you
the
the way to his lodge, where the humans shall be devoured by the toothy maw of the frost giant. Surely
Well, that doesn't sound good.
we should save them and kill a shit out of the frost giant, don't you think?
could it be that you're just hungry and that's why you're in a bad mood?
Here, have a Snickers.
Have some fish.
You don't.
Here's some fish.
Are you offering the fish?
I'm offering some fish.
Roll me
yeah,
an animal
Khan.
handling check.
Here's Khan seems very, very angry. Oh, that was a failure. It's 6.
Oh, the fish is gone now.
That was my first.
Well, is he satisfied now?
Are you feeling at least a little bit better?
Take that as a no.
Please don't make that so loud, so loud you're blasting my ears.
Oh, sorry. I
Kiwi.
don't know how loud it is.
Very loud.
I guess so.
I'm looking if I have something to calm him down. No.
Yes, this sacrifice is sufficient to please
You know, the
me.
noise you made reminded me of that one time the wheel loader lost its wheel because it made the exact same sound, just more screechy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shall impart you my name, mortal. I am Koran. He
Koran
stands
and
proudly on the snow.
Okay, Karan and Cannon. How about we go somewhere that's better than here? Maybe somewhere where we can light a fire for the night. Do you just think it's getting darker?
Did you bring firewood with you?
Pretty sure it's midday.
Yeah, the sun is over there. Also.
I thought it was Twilight.
It
Yes.
was twilight.
Yes, it is twilight, which means between 10 and 2, where there's actually twilight, not complete darkness.
Oh yeah,
So is
right.
it midday for wolves?
No,
No, like there is no day. Twilight is best you get.
Yeah,
It's,
right, I
it,
forget
it's,
about that.
it's not the time of day, it's a lighting condition.
right, I think it's kind of weird to just stand on the road and talk, so maybe.
How
Why,
far
yes,
away?
we can lead you to way. Just follow us. It's going
How,
to take over. It's only
how many?
a skip and a step.
I'm very old. Could I have like a ride?
Those are wolves,
No.
not ponies.
Oh, well, it's worth a try.
No.
Canon is like, no, but maybe Canon may.
Akor, are you like at all approaching this, or
No.
Oh, I'm gonna
No.
go. I was about to say I'm gonna go to Akur and like, yeah, that's what's going on. Apparently, I screen people on the behalf of wolves
Mhm.
now.
So, what kind of people should we look for once these are dead? You seem to have experience in that.
People with a higher survival instinct.
Well, it looks like last time you tried that, it didn't really work.
Oh, they picked me up.
those with high survival instincts decline to join the group?
Wouldn't follow you.
Yeah, people with a higher survival instinct wouldn't join this party.
Yeah.
Oh man, I just imagine Konosuba, the anime, when he's trying to fill up his party, and the only people who will like approach him are degenerates and losers.
What do you mean?
Because
What
they are
saying
so
about
low
me?
level.
Because he's level 1
Yes.
and Aqua is useless.
I'm the greatest healer in Feyre.
Look at me, I can do water magic tricks.
Getting tired already.
What?
Let's see, what is the actual distance here? I have it somewhere.
200 minutes.
It's quite a ways away. But no worries, we shall travel. We shall bring you there safely. We know the lands. Arr, yes, we do.
Do you have any idea how we shall help you? Other than being a distraction?
Or food.
We're beating the shit out of the giant. Yes,
You know, he's a
that will do.
giant. We are small.
Yes, we are small.
We are level 2.
But what makes you think we can help you?
I have an idea.
No.
Well, it
Well,
is
she has she's certainly used some weird magics to cast berries out of thin air. That looks mildly impressive.
The problem with my magic is it's practically useless in giants.
Just make the giant fall.
Yeah, that's a constitution save. And guess what giants have a lot of?
She does some math in her head.
What if we just had a nice cup of tea with the giant and
That
chatted
is
it out the problem?
Do
I
you
mean, you
think
could
that
probably make a trade like one of the hostages for yourself.
Ooh, that's tempting.
Oh no,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
look very
do that.
tasty at all. I don't think you would like that.
Oh, nobody wants
she's
to eat
right.
right here.
She's ripe with experience.
I'm like a raisin.
The wolves will check you out if in a way like if they kill you, will they level up? But they
No.
see you're level 2, so
If we kill them, we level up.
And then they see the muscles on
If-
Brownie Beer.
Corey, you seem highly suspicious of all of this, so feel free to roll an insight check.
I'm
I
suspicious of
I
this
mean,
job.
it
We're trying to get
doesn't
along-
make
go
sense.
along.
But
I
I do.
know I can. I'm not even trying. I'm just completely suspicious. I'm not trusting them.
Yes.
I'm not looking into anything they might be showing of that. I just don't fucking trust
All
them.
right, don't roll then.
Basically, my mind is made up. Also, I have a shit insight, so
If you want
well,
to,
anyway.
if you guys want to roll insight, feel free to ask leading questions like, "Do they look suspicious to me?" and stuff like that.
They are talking wolves.
they are very suspicious?
Automatically inside.
Honestly, does it feel suspicious that we get threatened to save people? I'm pretty sure the answer is yes.
How many people does the frost giant have?
They look at each other, and then they think a bit, and they say 2. The other says 3, and he says like, "No, 2. Grr.
Now I'm suspicious. Can I roll?
Yes.
Let me give you I will describe in words how much I trust them. I trust them as far
I
as I
totally
can
trust
throw them.
I rolled an 8.
An 8.
They're too cute to betray us. That wolf.
Yeah, you just think like they're not that smart. I mean, couldn't be human smart, right? Right?
Yes.
Maybe they just never got math taught to them in school.
So
They
yeah,
just
maybe.
misunderstood.
Maybe
It's a
just-
language barrier, you know.
Yeah, probably it's
They
just
open
that.
their mouths, a number comes out, who knows what it means.
I feel like the dice do not want me to realize they could betray us or something. They don't want me.
So, both of the wolves, they see, like, you guys are not really biting, right? So, you see, like, the wolf that seemed, like, super hurt, like, stands up straight, and, like, both their demeanors change, like, they relax, and they say, look, I understand you guys don't really want to kill a giant, but, you know, it's awfully cold in that lodge. And he's a real violent giant. Those people
It's
will
not
die
like
if you
I
don't try
It's
to
not like
help
I
us.
don't want to kill him. It's more like I'm doubting that I can kill.
Well, that's why we are here, right?
No.
We could work together.
For sure.
I don't know why you are here, but you're not here because of that.
It's only a time before Garrett guy skins and eats them.
And people get eaten. The circle of life.
All right.
Well, how about we? Can we send a letter to Garagai? Maybe.
Just say, can we send a lettuce?
Warning him? No way.
I just a strongly worded. Don't do that anymore,
So
Mr.
what?
Giant.
The other wolf cannon is turning to the other wolf, and is like barking something at him. Like
Are you talking in giant?
We eat the wrinkly one first.
they talk. Roll
They
me a
fucking-
history check.
Who?
Who asked? Who asked?
I'm rolling garbage.
You never heard this language before, but
Oh well.
it does sound like barking and body posturing of wolves, but there appears to be like more intelligence behind it, like
Does it sound
their
tasty?
own language, so to say.
I feel like scratching the one wolf I scratched before. Cannon.
Don't
I
do
guess
it.
we have no other choice than to go back to our masters if you will not aid us. In that case, be well. And they turn and run into the snow.
No, I wanted to help them. They seem like cool.
The cannon stops on top of a snow hill and turns towards you. You know, like when an animal stops to look if you're like running after them, and you know if you're like actually like walking away or walk after them. The kind of things that dogs do, and when you walk to them, they run away again, and then it runs away again. But Granny Bear, you see the big, luscious tracks left in the snow that will show you exactly where they went.
We could just follow them.
Right, I mean, when does anything bad happen from following wolves?
Why did they just run away?
You did notice that when running away, weirdly, his very hurt paw didn't
Hurt?
impede him at all.
No, that was obvious. It's a
I
trap.
mean, I get it. Like, it's a cultural thing. You can't just walk up to a group of adventurers and be like, "Hey, I'm a wolf." You have to like have an inn. Like,
You have to lower
"Oh,
their guard, make them vulnerable. Wait, what?
Make them trust you so I can eat them and bite them in the arm.
I mean, if you
Ah,
just want to have if you just came in and like, "Hey guys, you guys want to feed some slaves?" We probably
I
would
would,
have.
to be honest, I would trust a wolf that just comes along. Hey, I'm a wolf. Want to do something good? I would trust that wolf much more than that.
Yeah, I would trust that wolf much more than one that sneaks up to me, feigning to be injured,
It's just not
and
easy
then has
doing
a friend hiding out.
I do not know. I mean, they could lure us.
I know. Let's head on. Where are we going?
You see two paths. The sled tracks and the wolf tracks. Where do you
Do
go?
they point in the same direction?
No.
Good.
It's a
We can,
fork in the road.
There's no road. It's all snow.
Yes.
let's go to Goodmead, and if we run into the wolves again when we're not pressed for time, maybe we can reconsider this
Or
path.
they have already eaten the potential humans that they talked about. But well,
Well, I don't know.
I'm
Maybe,
not here to be a leader. I'm just gonna follow whoever makes the next decision.
Occur. You were. How are you feeling?
I'm just making decisions for myself. If you're following me, that's your problem. And I follow the sled paths.
I follow Akur.
And I'm standing very unsure at the track.
How are you feeling, dear?
I'm still considering following the wolves. I
Well,
mean, they could have lied, but something was very strange.
it might be a noble cause, but it's always best to stick together. So I think that's
Yeah.
probably what we should do.
I mean, at the best case, we would be walking into a giant's lair. At the worst case, we were walking into a giant's lair and wolves attacking us with the giant.
We
Or
just get
attacking
scared
the-
I
by
don't
it.
see any way we do not die in this scenario.
You guys did hear from the villagers that some people are missing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
problem is-
independently
Can
of
I
the
do
wolves
a-
telling you about it.
The problem is they are wolves, and you made them inherently suspicious.
We can
And
So
always
I
you
did
know,
it
you
right
could help
then.
Yes.
anyone if we're dead.
we could go to Goodmead and see if we can rally like a what's the word? A rescue party.
The answer is no.
The only thing I
Frost
can think of
Shines?
is
No,
making
fuck that.
inside. The only thing I can think of is inside checks against the wolves.
We just, let's go to Good Meat. See if they also have troubles. Maybe they hear something else.
This is Icewind. Everyone has trouble.
Well,
apparently.
I would prefer if you try to ascertain the nature of the people you talk to while you talk to them. But feel free to roll an insight check now. What do you try to ascertain, Unicorn?
They're
Are they
honest-
suspicious? Well, you already answered this question yourself.
No,
Like-
their true intentions.
How do you ascertain that?
I
By-
don't know. I'm not my
by
I'm not my
inciting?
character.
By rolling a dice at them?
Yes, I throw dice at them
mean-
and then, until they tell me what they are planning.
I mean, it's inside, not mind reading, so knowing their true intentions might be hard.
All right. You can give me an insight check. I will follow the book on this one. What you will get depending on
I
the
could
number.
have cast comprehend languages in a 10-minute ritual to understand.
You didn't
their
know that
wolf.
they would like switch to a language that you don't understand.
Yes,
Like,
I would
oh,
say,
come on, and
hold
giant.
on a minute. Hold on for 10 minutes. I will be back. Then you can continue to. Okay, what's my fucking insight?
Yes,
I'm not very insightful.
I know.
Yes.
This is a
Oh.
17.
What, a +3? That's really good though.
Yes, I have proficiency in that shit. I'm trained against not being lied at. Because people
Alright.
lie to snow elves all the time.
You are pretty sure Canon played a ruse to you about his story of being hurt.
Yeah, that was obvious.
And he kept like switching between the legs that he was leaning on, like 3 times at least during your conversation. As well as, he did say at some point that to attack our guy and like get rid of him, like punish him for what he did, for what he does to them, and you ascertain this as a lie.
Oh, so this was a lie too.
Wait, you're still surprised?
No. To be honest, no.
Like you don't trust this.
I wanted to be surprised, but no.
There's still the tracks in the snow, and people's lives
Is
are.
there even a spark of truth in what they said, or is it just complete all bullshit?
You do. You rolled a 17. Look, I cannot tell you. Oh no, you're not suspicious about that, because how would I change your mind if you feel suspicious about it? So I will tell you that it can certainly be true that they are big bad wolves, and that there are people like you caught
So
in
the
the
most
Frost
likely
Giant
story
Slayer.
is they have people caught, but instead of rescuing them and punishing the giant, fuck my brain.
You
the
feel
giant.
you feel much more confident than the wolves are try to trick you. But lives are at stake nonetheless.
Yeah, I have the suspicion that instead of rescuing us, they would just add us to the pile of dead people. So I'm gonna follow Akua for now with a blank slate in my head. Because thinking is tedious.
Yeah,
Says the
follow.
wizard.
Says the wizard with an intelligence of 16.
I would know.
Thinking is very exhausting, that's why I save it for the time when it's needed.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out like what the distance is to this place. Go ahead.
Wait, are we going after the wolves now?
No.
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
we don't.
Mm-mm.
So
Good.
yeah, Granny, you see nobody's following you into the snow all by yourself.
That's fine. I wasn't planning to go into after the wolves.
That's too easy.
It's
Wait,
just the way of
It's
life.
Granny Bear. Wait, what is Granny Bear doing?
Granny Beer is with Erin.
Okay.
It's a shame that we can't save everyone, but we have to choose our battles.
Yes. I mean, you would know. You survived somehow until now.
Yeah, somehow.
So I'm trying to figure out. You are on the roadside. You are not diverting your path into the tundra, but you basically still like the road is a road. This is the tundra, and as you travel over the next hour, a blizzard comes together, and it's storming harsh. You
We're
can
still not in a
see
forest.
you can see up to 100 feet before it's wait, do I get this right? The weather has become significantly worse, and it's snowing
Yeah.
very strongly to the point where you have to shield your eyes, and your hands are becoming numb from the freezing temperatures. Same for snow elves, unicorn.
What's it again? I was reading
It's
something.
cold. Aim for you.
Be hella
Visibility
chilly.
in the blizzard is reduced by 30 feet. And you have a disadvantage on perception checks. You gather that the storm is strong enough to make ranged attacks like such of a bow very hard to hit the target with.
Point.
Should we keep pushing on or should we seek shelter?
I mean,
I
you're in the
vote for
middle of the
shelter.
tundra. It's literally tundra everywhere you go.
You can dig a hole into the ground so you are at least protected from the wind a bit.
Mm.
Is that what's the plan? Imagine everything you say is being shouted around.
Do we even hear each other? No, we don't.
If you shout into each other's ears or face, yes.
55 grains of... It's just the sound of Granny's singing in the distance.
I found Granny Beer!
I said, I take a rope. Is Granny Bear next to me?
Sure.
Well,
Sure.
let's find out.
Let's
What
First
is
roll
that?
off,
initiative.
I want you guys to roll me a wisdom survival check as a blizzard ambushes you.
Automatic success.
Oh
19.
no. 8.
Oh, Granny.
No, wait, I don't need it from all of you. I need it from your designated I lead the way guy. Who is your designated
Quick,
survivalist?
Aaron, pull the rope.
Apparently, Aqua.
Actually, it would be accurate.
Well, then
anyway.
your loss.
I mean, I can't freeze to death.
No, it's not our loss.
Okay.
Kurt's like,
that
rising
way.
good meat.
Fuck if I
He's
know
all
where it's
fine.
going. This way.
Where's the rest of the party?
He takes up a stone, throws it up, and it doesn't come back, and he just walks in the right direction.
Well, I'm.
What are you
I'm
carrying the stone
fine.
for? Oh, it tells me the weather.
If the stone is wet, it is raining.
The stone is snowy.
If the stone is warm, it is sunny.
Yes. I know,
If the
I know.
stone is dark, it is night.
The stone is gone. It's very stormy.
If the stone is
It's
gone,
very stormy right now.
It's no stone. It's gone. Anyways, I take the rope and tie Granny Bear to my belt so we don't lose her.
I can't go on. You have to cut me loose.
What? No, don't be so dramatic.
You have to save yourself, Aaron.
It's a
Stop
really bad
whining,
storm.
Stop
Come
whining,
on,
you're
we
too
can
old to
do
die.
it.
How is this cold weather gear looking for you guys?
What cold weather gear?
What do you mean it's totally normal weather?
This does not feel comfortable, Snow Elf. It's both cold, and then there's like a lot of snow getting slapped around you all the time.
Because it's so cold, every snowflower feels like a tiny needle drilling into your skin.
That's what the
Yeah.
mask is for. Cloth mask. I never bought special cold weather gear, I think, because I don't have the money for it.
No, I thought it's because you're bragging how Snow Elf you are. That's how I have it
Well,
in memory.
I have normal winter clothing.
Mm-hmm.
So the fur coat and the fur and feather dress.
Okay. Because the party did start with cold weather clothing. You get that at the start.
Oh. I think I missed that because I was off carry the first session. For the first minutes. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't care. I will not die from freezing to death.
So this counts as extreme cold. Do you have? You probably answered this already. You all have cold weather clothing,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
or
just said we got it.
yes?
For
You just said that
I did.
everyone has.
I mean, did you get rid of it? Who knows? Either that
No.
or resistance or immunity to cold will help. If you don't have that, you can. Oh man, if only I was taking off my clothes, this would be really horrible for me.
Even if I take my clothes off, I wouldn't have to make the check.
No, I would just make you suffer in other ways.
You already do that.
Fantastic.
Then he does something right.
Dungeon mastering.
Dungeon suffering.
So,
I think we should find shelter or make shelter.
Unicorn, roll me a
I
2d4.
agree.
Did you just say ice cream?
Ice
Yeah,
cream.
that's not that about.
I tried to talk to Akira and scream against the wind. We should
What
do
did you want me to roll?
2d4.
It's a 5th.
Okay. Core visibility is bad. Hearing your friends is harder. What do you guys want to do?
Keep walking.
Well, we can't stay here, and we can't go back. We gotta
Actually,
get through
we
it.
can. We could.
Could try, yeah.
We
But
can do all of
let's-
these things.
If we see roots somewhere, probably not.
Can we find shelter?
I would say shelter, yes, but others don't hear me.
Finding shelter in this weather is not very easy. If you try, you will probably lose your path that you're on right now.
And we're
Which
not
path?
and we're not near the woods right now.
No.
That's a shame.
I think we just gotta keep moving. If we stop, we're gonna lose all momentum.
What's my favorite thingy? Terrain.
Are we doing what's our favorite memory to like keep us focused on the path?
While we're freezing to death.
Yes, very very big. Can I change my favorite terrain, Dungeon Master?
To what? Frozen wasteland?
Tundra is a terrain.
The Arctic is a terrain. So, all the snowy fields
Huh?
like Icewind Dale will count under Arctic. I believe
Shame.
that's the
I guess.
what did you want?
I accidentally took forest for whatever reason.
I thought
Because it's a standard.
uh
Because every ranger takes forest.
yes, I
Yeah,
mean you
it's
choose your
simple.
favorite terrain, so I'm fine if you change it to the one appropriate to the campaign that is called Icewind Dale.
So if it was like Arctic or Tundra, wouldn't I be able to find shelter?
Yeah, I
No,
think
you
so.
would just have it easier.
Tundra would have it easier. And difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel. And I can't become lost.
It will still be a horrible blizzard, so the biggest problem with that is you could like keep going in the direction that is the right direction. As long as you don't veer off the path, you will be fine. But if you go to find a shelter, you will basically have to... You still have to roll a check because blizzard bad.
I have since a recent event, I've been dubbed that the people that wrote this ever were in a blizzard or a snowstorm. Because like this, this snow won't slow you down. Fuck yes, it will. Like
Oh,
15
yes.
centimeters of snow will slow you down, and that's nothing.
Well, but staying here is not an option, and moving on is not really an option either.
Actually, yes,
You could wait out the blizzard.
Well, one idea would be
probably.
to make your own shelter that is to dig a hole, and since it's so packed anyways, it would hold.
I mean,
then you
sure,
need-
dig a hole if you want to be buried within 10 minutes. Because a blizzard usually means it's snowing. It's snowing heavily.
True.
That's why you
Yeah,
dig the
I
walls
can-
around the hole so the hole doesn't fill up. But you still have to dig shrouds now from time to time.
Okay, let's keep moving then. You are leading the group more or less anyway, so.
I'm not leading anywhere. I'm sick of
No,
leading.
I'm curious.
He
we're
has a natural
following
20. He can lead us anywhere.
Come on, Granny, we can do it. Take another good berry.
39
Alright.
barrels of grain on the wall. 39 barrels.
Berries of grain.
So, you will line up your friends in a line to trailblaze your way through the blizzard, taking the easiest path without being trying to be less exposed to the horrible blizzard, taking advantage of all the terrain details that you have.
Oh, snow, stick.
So we are
Ooh,
we are
monster.
talking like ice sleets like spiking up into the sky that will give you like some cover to recuperate and then push on to the next spot and trying to go like cover to cover without exhausting yourself so much. That would slow you down. I need you to roll me a survival check. So the problem is more about keeping all of your party members together. That is getting tested here.
I have a solution for that.
I'm tied to Granny Bear.
Yeah, we just tie everyone to everyone.
Yes.
That's what the people do in real life too.
Yes.
I feel like the wind's gonna pull me away, guys. Oh no.
Alright.
Your chainmail will keep you grounded.
So
That's
I'm going
true, yeah.
I'm going to make this check easier. But you will still have to make a check. A survival check.
Okay.
The joke would be that if combat encounter occurs, we can't move away from each other.
That will be fun.
Yes, and we are stuck in a line. Like if the person at the end wants to come around, they have to make that whole formation come around.
So you said we have to do a survival check there.
A 13.
So what is the marching order?
Akur, Rinanon, Erwin, and then Granny Bear.
What is the passive perception?
I have a 15.
Roll for me a perception check with disadvantage. Passive will not help because of the howling blizzard. I was thinking about giving it to you with passive, but yes, I need a check.
You want to be evil? Usually, disadvantage on a passive is -5.
Of course, yes.
I have a 13 in disadvantage.
You just roll twice and the lower one is the bad.
Yes, she rolled twice and it's a 13.
13.
Okay, a 13. So I'm
Yes.
going to roll. Don't mind me, I'm just looking at books.
We are getting backstabbed by wolves.
Did I lose Granny Bear already?
Granny Bia is tightly knotted on the rope behind you. Voluntarily, probably?
Mm-hmm.
Double checking. Alright.
Making sure the old grandmother doesn't get lost. I'm such a good person.
So, who of you looks the biggest? And the weakest? Either or. I want you guys to
weakest?
vote on this.
I am the weakest of them all.
I'm not sure if you look the weakest with your armor and everything on.
Are you like fat and juicy? Or would you
No.
consider yourself lean and, you know, thin? Stringy, maybe?
Granny Beard's got a lot of bones.
Tangy?
Are you?
Only
Great.
muscles.
You know, I don't think I look edible. I have blue skin.
You look pretty edible. You look quite like a healthy sized humanoid. Like a
I mean,
exotic
blue
delicatessen.
Blue skin is pretty inconsequential to something that can't see blue.
True.
And also, like,
Yes,
for the
I
weakest,
do more.
I would have guessed that Rhiannon looks the weakest of all of you.
Rhiannon has
Yeah.
a strength of 11.
Granny also looks
that's-
weak, but she also doesn't look very tasty.
Mhm.
I have horns.
You do have horns.
I mean,
that is-
Rhiannon is like 170 centimeters about, so she's smaller, I think.
Oh, smaller. All right. As you
Yeah,
guys,
no elves are smaller, so
as
the
you
wind
guys
doesn't-
travel through the blizzard, it is catching you by surprise. As dreaming hero, your character picks up like ever so faint footsteps rushing through the snow, and you see the shadow of a wolf
Oh,
attacking your friend Rhiannon.
oh shit!
Rhiannon,
I
Me.
curse out loud.
you're getting ambushed.
I'm cursing in Inferno.
I can't
That's what I
understand
do.
Inferno.
Yeah, but it sounds like a very angry thing. Like I wouldn't curse. it
Everything
out.
in Inferno sounds angry.
Yes. Aufpassen! Oder
Oof.
Tisch.
Of course, it's infernal.
Of course.
Warn me in a language that I can understand.
I curse, but I warn you in common.
Position yourselves in the middle of the map in a row, in a party order.
We are doomed. We are doomed. No, we're not.
We took
you
Sephiroth
have-
with us.
At the maximum of 50 feet from the furthest to the from end to end. Where
Hey,
you can
Sefik
stand.
Culture
Hey.
is still there.
Yeah, we took him with us.
Gonna go somewhere.
Do you mind if I grab
Okay.
some water quickly as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
Glug.
I can set up some things real quick then.
In which direction were we walking?
Whatever direction you want. I mean, if top is north, then you were walking to east. Like northeast in a diagonal, more or less. Oh wow. How do I? Delito. Alright. Let's see if I can get some battle music. Do you guys want me to play battle music over the Roll 20?
Sure.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Why am I up in the corner? Right there.
Hello there.
Hello!
Yeah,
I sure
No.
hope no wolves jump out.
oh yeah, I hope so. Oh. Well,
Well. Rhiannon, you get jumped by a pack of wolves.
Just one pack of wolves?
Well,
hey,
of course.
yeah.
I want all of
Probably
you...
don't have my mage armor active anymore, right?
as 3 wolves jump out of the snow and ambush you. Rhiannon, you don't see any of this coming. As I will bite you 3 times with advantage now.
I'm dead.
Oh no, this is not looking
no.
good for
Rhiannon, a 19, a 15 and a 20.
Yeah, the question is, when was the last time I cast my mage armor? How many hours was that ago?
Not this session, so when did you cast it?
The last time I cast it when we engaged the guy.
It's been a full day since then, I think.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I think you slept over it. So yeah.
I have still sleep.
This is when Rhiannon becomes more paranoid and starts every day with mage armor on.
Well, it lasts 8 hours.
Either she learns now or she's dead. It's one of those two.
Well, the thing is, I'm an elf, so even if I die, I've learned something.
Anyway,
So, what was it? 19, 17, 15?
19, 15, 20.
I didn't understand the last one.
20.
All of them hit.
Alright. You take 9 piercing damage, 6 piercing damage, and another 9.
so
Yeah, I'm done.
So, after which attack? The third one?
Yes.
You're still
I
standing
have
at the...
30. I have 14 hit points, so minus 9, minus 6, and I have 2 death saving throws failed, I think.
Okay, so the third attack, instead of attacking you, as you are dropping to the ground, he bites into you and starts dragging you away through the
Which he
snow.
can't because I'm roped to the party.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
you're right.
We'll get dragged along. Wah!
So you
I
get
could
dragged
take them
after here when they realize, oh shit, like there's a rope attached to you.
How
How
they bite
is...
through the rope.
I want you to describe to me now how the rope is attached to you. Are you guys all holding onto it, or did you like, no, we need to knot this shit into your belt or something? Through a
Yeah,
loop
well-
Yeah, I
Around
would
us.
say.
around the
I was
I
waist?
was so like wrapped around the waist and made a
Yeah.
loop into it so it doesn't just
Mm.
fall off or something.
There was a
Okay, like-
special.
Barely
like a
stopping
special
Granny from
now.
just tying it around the neck.
Alright,
There was a special knot that you could use as a security knot, so you are fastened together, but when you pull on the correct spot, it loosens up.
okay. Evan and Akor, I need both of you to roll me. What would be a good check to keep standing on your feet as rope pulls violently on you?
A strength, I assume.
Strength or athletics? Yeah.
Yeah, give me a strength saving throw. DC 10.
The strength saving. Okay. Can't I just use dexterity?
Nope. It's like, wah!
Yeah, it's like for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're pro now. Face full of snow.
Yeah, but I have what initiative of 21, so I can get up next time.
Alright, and with that, the turn starts with you, Erwin. Erwin, you're prone, but you manage to recognize your senses. Oh, this is an ambush by wolves. So eat all of
Oh
us.
yeah. Damn it. So I get up and draw my weapon. That's right?
Getting up is half your movement. Now, I would like you to tell us, does the ignoring difficult terrain count during combat? For you and
Nope.
your party? Or maybe for you, or not at all?
I think it counts during travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure it would be for you. What? One type of natural environment, after travel and surviving.
It might play a
Oh,
role
yes.
here.
By traveling for an hour or more, you gain the full benefit. So far, it's just traveling. You
Okay.
can't become lost. Even when you are engaged in another activity while traveling, such as foraging, navigating, or trekking, you remain alert to danger. If you're traveling alone, you can move stealthy, blah blah. I could forage for food.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but that's all. It's not
Okay.
comfort.
So,
It would be 2 hours.
so you can stand up for half your movement, but this is all difficult terrain.
Yeah, okay. So no moving.
Like, let's take like this. You guys did buy snowshoes, I believe. Is that right?
Yes.
So
You
snowshoes
definitely have.
remove the difficult terrain from traveling through snow, but the blizzard is giving you disadvantage still. So that's how I'm. Yeah, I think that's how I'm going to play this. Does this sound good? I see like some. This is how we are going to do it for now. Yes. What do you do?
So I
Is it-
just. Yeah, next. But I just take my sword. That's it.
You take what?
I draw my sword. I have 2 swords.
Okay. Oh, you don't move at all.
How can I just move?
You have 30 feet of movement, is that right? You use 15
but
to
the
stand
rope.
up.
We have the rope that limits our movement.
Mhm.
How much does it limit our movement?
I leave that up to you. Do you loosen the rope?
Yeah, I lose the rope.
Alright, you're free of the rope.
So
Uh,
I. So
Does
I
this
can
take an
move.
action? I will say getting rid of the rope can be a free action. You know, like
Oh,
you
yeah.
pull on a knot and it loosens. Wee, 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 wee.
I kind of move like that.
Okay,
Closer to. Like that.
so half of 3 squares is 1.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's not much.
Yes. Granny Beer, it's your turn.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's no longer like a chuck on the rope as the front of it like falls to the floor.
How far is my visibility? Like, can I see the walls up ahead?
5 feet.
The visibility is 30 feet.
What's going on over there, Aaron?
Wolves attacking us! They have free and none!
Yes, you can see the wolves up to 6 fields ahead of you. Like 6 squares.
Can I see Rhiannon?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there. I guess I'm gonna boop a healing word on Rhiannon then. Great Mother's blessings upon you.
Alright.
I can't hear you.
Yeah, the good thing is you don't need to be able to hear them. She just needs to be able to speak them.
She just uses her infernal magic on me.
I mean, I don't have to heal you if you want to die. Listen, I don't. If you,
And you have something to become friends over.
I give you the minimum amount of healing for complaining about it.
I could have been worse.
7 points. Rhiannon, you regain your consciousness as your wounds close and your body is surged with energy from an outside source.
And I guess I'm gonna let me check out what this other spell does. I haven't used it in a while.
All right.
I think I gotta move a little bit closer to be within 15 feet.
Remember that you can only cast cantrips now.
Yes, I have a cantrip, which is a melee spell attack, but it has a range of 30 feet.
Oh, wow.
If the attack hit, the creature is pulled 10 feet closer to me.
Oh, double wow.
Granny Beer reaches into her... What's the word?
A fanny
Pouch?
pack?
Her fanny pack.
A granny pack.
Oh, that. Yes.
She takes out a cudgel and whips it around, and a long flowing whip of vine extends out from it, and she casts Thornbit at the wolf that's closest to her.
Fantastic.
And she's gonna rope onto the next closest wolf.
A 16 is a
That is a-
hit.
16 was the roll, and that is 6 damage.
Your whip wraps around the wolf's neck as you yank it towards you, blood streaming onto its fur and dripping on the snow, making it very visibly a red dot in the white darkness.
It is pulled 10 feet closer to me. Hey there, buddy.
And I
What
don't
do
even
you-
get an attack of opportunity.
Nope. Do you wish to move or stay where you are?
I think staying here seems like a good idea.
Alright.
Don't want to get closer.
I'm trying to remember this so that when I'm so I will try to formalize this a bit more, and I will say Rhiannon, you're up, and then Akor, you're next, so that you can prepare for what you want to do. Rhiannon, you're up.
I'm gonna stand up. And then cast Mage Armor.
Alright. What is your mage armor look like when you cast it? Oh no, I think you described it before, right?
Yes, yellowish dragon scales that vanish until they get hit again.
I see.
Like they flicker over her clothing and on the outside.
Describe to us what is her demeanor like? What is the state of Rhiannon? You have been knocked out immediately. And all you remember are the toothy jaws of and the sound of a snarling wolf biting you.
Yeah, that's why I'm standing up, casting the magic in the process, and then I'm looking around what actually hit me.
You realize as you're standing up there were teeth clamped around your foot, and you pull it away.
I smack him on the nose. Bad dog.
You cannot do that and cast Mage Armor.
You draw the magical. You draw the most feared weapon, a rolled up newspaper.
You try to slap him, and it counts as an attack action, so... Mage Armor, Akor, you're up. Erwin, you're next.
I'm gonna stab the wolf next to me.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Easier's better. With an 18 to hit.
The 18 hits. You use a longsword?
No, I use my rapier. Well,
Gotcha.
it's basically same thing.
Yes.
Doing 9 points of damage, and then with my bonus action, shout over to Granny Nice thing with that whip. You definitely have this. And cast and use a bardic inspiration.
What did you say?
Yeah,
Wow.
you got the idea.
Isaac.
Granny Bear, you have a 1d6 for your next roll.
Woohoo.
Is it attack roll or attack and damage roll? No, damage roll was for the other bards. For the specialization, I believe.
For now, only attack roll. Yeah.
Okay. Good. It's the wolf's turn. They realize one of the wolves is getting pulled. That doesn't look very nice. But they're all getting hurt a lot. Let's see. Yeah, I think... what is goal of wolf?
Food.
Food and
Get food.
survival.
Get food, don't die.
This wolf uses an action to bite through the rope and snaps it.
That's a smart wolf.
What?
That's
Okay.
that's an unnaturally smart wolf.
Kill it with fire.
This wolf down here will attack you.
Attack who?
Unicorn.
You.
Oh, a 7. Oof.
That does not hit.
This wolf that you have wounded, Akor, appears to lose a lot of blood. It's using the dodge action and tries to run away from you with a yipping sound.
Dodge action or disengage action?
Oh, can you oh, right, you can disengage without getting attacked, right? Yes, then it will use
Using your action for that, yeah.
Yeah, it will use the disengage action to like jump away from you, like reflexively. Realize what the other wolves are doing, but it is too wounded. This looks too dangerous and runs away. What is the speed
Is
of
the wolf not
wolf?
affected by difficult terrain and the blizzard?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, for sure. Why not? Definitely for the blizzard. 1, 2. Since I gave you guys the restriction, it makes sense. Yes. That's how far the wolf can go. 4 squares. Erwin.
You want me to get that one?
Granny Bea, you're next.
Our food is running away.
Oh, food is running away. Well, I suppose I get closer to the wolf and attack.
Fantastic. I wanted to make a joke. The wolf reached the end of the battle map and says, "You cannot venture further. You must gather your party before venturing forth."
I'm just gonna...
Wolf
get here and
outcry.
attack
No.
you. Let's attack the wolf here. With my sword! And
Shit.
attack twice. And I have the 2 weapon handling.
All right. Go ahead.
Where is it? A 9.
9.
Hit. No, okay. Oh! I don't see well in the snow. I'm missing the wolf twice. Flaming my sword.
So
Yeah.
now do the wolf pack tactics.
Yes.
They're wolves, yeah.
They always have disadvantage if they attack me. They have always advantage.
It was still a 9 in that case. A 7 or a 9. So you got lucky.
Yeah, I'm done.
All
I
right.
did not hit. I'm explaining
The wolf,
myself.
the wolf dodges your attack. The blizzard is making it difficult. Granny Beer.
How far can I move in the snow with my 30 feet of movement?
Half.
My
So difficult terrain means you halve your movements and you round it down if it's, a weird number.
Hey everybody, it's me, Granny Beer. Granny Beer is going to hold up her club again, and she is going to channel a prayer to the Grain Mother through it. And as she does, it transforms into this, like, flowing, like the bark comes alive and it grows into this huge scythe. And she swings it down as a shillelagh.
It's that spell that killed my first character.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah, because the druid insisted on casting that instead of casting a healing spell.
I forgot about that detail.
I didn't.
It looks like I don't have a shillelagh set up here for some reason. That's strange.
So, yeah, you can roll the attack roll down. No, like
It's-
by hand.
It's a +5 to hit,
Okay.
so a 13.
A 13 is a success. That's the wolf's AC.
Okay, it is a D8 plus 5. That is 13 damage.
Hey, does weapon damage get you proficiency bonus?
It, the weapon's damage rate becomes D if it's for the duration. You can use your spellcasting ability instead of strength for the attack and
Okay.
damage.
So you use your wisdom, but you don't get the proficiency bonus.
Okay. In that case, it's just an 11.
What? A
In that
7
case,
plus 4?
Sorry, 7 plus 3. I'm tired. I can't do maths.
I don't mean to doubt you, Granny Bear. Of course, everything
just-
you say is true.
I'm just not very smart, guys. I gotta be real.
The wolf has been slain. Your spell, you crack it across its back, and it sinks into the snow. You have broken its spine. Bam! With that, it's Rhiannon's turn. Rhiannon skal ni kaslat.
I will take dodge action for now, because not getting hit seems like the smartest choice.
Alright. Do you wish to scream for your life or anything else?
No.
Okay. A core.
I'm gonna be a bit shit and turn to the wolf that's running away and cast Dissonant Whispers.
Oh, nice. Travel time instant. Let me check wolf stats.
Basically,
Which skill?
regardless how loud, wisdom. Regardless how loud the wizard is blowing, he definitely hears my voice speaking something only he can understand, so I don't need to tell anyone what it is.
Alright, so it's a 10. You can roll me damage. It will die regardless.
14 points of damage.
Yes. The wolf is slain as you speak into its mind. And
And
how?
I move over
We're
here.
sick.
Yeah, with this spell, it's yeah, there's nothing visible at this moment, but it is certainly has been shook to death. Wolf turn.
That's my turn. Yep.
All right, it's one wolf left. No pack tactics for wolf. One of them is using the dodge action. Can wolf run away? Yeah, 2 wolves are dead, so this wolf is bolting. You guys can give me an attack action. Run away!
Poke. 13.
13 is
I will
hits.
roll. I don't think I was in range of it. No.
Nope. Rhiannon,
Yeah.
did you
No,
have a
Rhiannon
weapon in
couldn't.
your hand?
I have my hands in my hand.
Yeah, you could kick him.
You can kick him on his way out if you wanted to.
No, I'm not that petty.
Yeah,
Alright.
sure.
If I can't crush him with gravity, I'm not gonna bother.
I'm just giving up! The wolf is running out into the blizzard and disappears from sight.
I can throw a firebolt after him, but that would be
Do
petty.
it. Hurt!
No, I mean, he literally disappears from sight as he... It's not like he's running off the edge of the battle map, but he's running into the blizzard and the chaos.
He runs off the edge and despawns.
So, you guys can choose. Run into the blizzard after the wolf to slay it.
No.
No, we already have 2 wolves. We have enough rations for 2 days. Or
Yes.
3 or 4.
Okay.
And help!
Yes.
Now,
Are you a ranger?
I
Can
would like you guys
see
to set the scene for me. The aftermath of the battle. The blizzard is still raging. You guys are huffing. There's blood across the floor.
First question, Rhiannon, are you fine?
Rhiannon,
Do I look fine?
you have like big like teeth marks into your neck that are slowly like partially healed away, but the marks are still there as it was like a weak heal.
You're wolf kissed.
And blood flew out of it.
I will cast mending on my clothes.
It will take a minute and it's very windy.
That's a handy ability.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You will have to roll 10 concentration checks on your mending spell to get it through. That's right.
What?
Because of the blizzard.
But
You have to concentrate.
okay, I would say we make sure we are all in one piece and not dead.
You count
Wow.
4 party members, including Bia.
Okay, that's fine. And then we redo the knots, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Could we use the wolves for warmth in any way?
You know that they're gonna be cold within 5 minutes.
I don't think they're large enough for you to crawl into.
You check the wolves. No, they are.
Not big enough to crawl into.
I mean,
Yeah.
you crawl into them and wear them like a mantle that goes to your waist or something, but
They're
the
not
problem
on
is
top.
all that blood will make you wet, and when the winter clothing gets wet, it doesn't protect you anymore.
And you die easier.
So I'm pretty sure we have enough ropes to tie them and drag them behind us.
It's...
Yeah.
You know what would be a good invention? A sled.
A sled. We need a sled, yes.
And a chocobo.
Are you hauling the wolves with you, like after you? Or.
No, I don't
We
think
drag
so.
them through the snow.
Okay.
Wolves weigh about 50 to 70 kilograms, I think.
Can we sledge on the wolves?
So maybe if we take the
The fur
furs,
makes it
we can-
difficult to sled across the icy snow on top of wolves.
Actually,
You would
if
have
the
to
fur
skin them
catch-
first.
Actually, if the fur catches enough snow, which it will, it becomes
But it
easier.
freezes. Oh, yeah, and when it freezes over, it becomes super slick.
They would make really warm shawls if you carried them over your shoulders while they're still warm. So the warm blood like oozes all over you. Yee.
Can we just mend
Give-
holes in the pure? Okay, that's a weird question, but can't we just use mending to only heal the holes in the fur? Like meant the whole of the fur, but not of the flesh underneath.
No, no,
That's a
because
shame.
it still counts as an animal and not as an object kind of deal. You do not mend
longer
skin or you know the skin on your flesh. You don't do that.
But if I skinned it, it would be possible. Okay.
If you flayed it first, got the skin rid of it and tanned it and all of that, then that is something you can
That's
mend together.
a little
Is
harsh.
bone an object? Or is bone animal?
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on and drag it across.
All right. You continue your journey. The blizzard stays, but I'm trying to find out. As you move through the blizzard, you pass by a rickety old wooden shield, leaning slightly, pointing in the direction you're coming from. On it carved Dugan's Hole. 4 miles that way.
Nice.
Thanks, we already knew that.
Didn't you come from it?
This has been the longest 4 miles I've ever been on.
As you see the village of Goodmead ahead of you, with the first couple of buildings coming in sight, trapped in the current blizzard.
Where's the tavern, the inn, the place for strangers?
I think that is where we will start the next session of all of you guys entering the tavern.
Where we drag wolf carcasses into the
Yes.
tavern. Okay.
Yes. Oh man, yeah, that sounds like a real good start for the next episode.
Wolf stew. Okay, this time
Yeah.
I'm gonna write this down in my notes, and I'm gonna save the notes, not like last time when I forgot to save them.
Fantastic. So, yeah. I guess I'm cutting 20 minutes short. I hope you guys don't mind.
That's fine by me.
That's fine.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. The party has elected to ignore the super dangerous winter wolves, which are definitely super dangerous and had nothing good in mind. Most likely.
I'm sure they're really sweet inside.
And so they journey further to Goodmead, attacked by wolves on the way there.
So Nola, if you keep this going on with attacking Rhiannon with wolves, she might get leucophobia.
Lycophobia? Oh yeah.
Leucophobia, the fear of wolves.
I like the idea.
Sounds good.
Which includes werewolves and the howl of wolves.
Next episode we will start with the description of Goodmead and you guys entering the tavern. Yeah. I will stop the recording here. Thank you guys for watching. We will find out what quests await for this party. This one is unsolved, so there's no progress on your milestone in here.
Cool.
Which one is unsolved?
I count them in my head, but for you to know, quests need to be solved to get experience.
God damn it.
We defeated 3 wolves. What kind of experience is that?
Oh, that's a random encounter.
And that is
You
experience.
get the meat.
We get the
What about
meat.
Meat
quest
back on the
of-
menu, boys.
Meat, fur, bones, sinew, brain.
What about the
Lower
quest of
intestine?
friendship? We're making friends, and
Yes.
that's the real treasure.
If you make at least 5 friends, all of your memories come back to you, Granny Beer. Wait.
What?
That's the wrong campaign. I'm sorry.
How many friends do I have to make? Till I get 1 memory back.
One would be enough.
You have to lose 2 friends to gain your level 20 powers.
How do I
Well-
have to lose them?
Well, that's a quest every
Sacrificing
wizard.
doesn't count.
Yeah, every wizard has to go on their own journey to achieve that goal. Reject as many friends as possible. Become a hermit and build your own tower. Seclude yourself for generations.
They're just scared.
Alright, any last words before I slap this off?
Snow is cold.
Being
Thank you very much for
will
the session.
start.
You're welcome.
If the rock is dark, it is night.
Mhm.
Do not trust wolves in the snow pretending to be hurt. Who tell you
Also,
to
do not
escape,
trust the yellow now.
save like 2 people from a frost giant. I have no idea which part of this quest was supposed to convince any adventurers. I'm pretty sure like this is a type of deal where like 90% are not going to do it. The other 10% know it's a bad idea.
It's
Dear
a
me,
frost
you know,
giant.
People that been saving.
Even
Why
if
do I
it's just
shut
a
up?
blue orc, it's still a mediocre idea.
I feel like you could. I feel like it could have been so much easier to get people to follow them. Like instead of having a wolf approach the party and talk, wouldn't it be just easier to just kidnap one of the people of the party in the middle of the night or something out of the village and have the rest follow after them and then here there's a first time. Now fight.
Hmm.
So many opportunities.
Oh well, the 2 people who were supposed to be survivors will not remember this because there will be no survivors. Most likely.
So
Oh,
this was
yeah.
an actual quest?
This
What?
was a crap.
What
That
do
was
you
a
mean?
crap.
Of course.
You think I come up with this bullshit by myself?
It was so ridiculous.
This was a surreal, like reading this is like what?
You're telling me that it was an official quest. That's
Oh, yes.
so weirdly done. That's surreal.
Yes,
Who
I
writes this?
did skip like oh man, how many pages did I skip here? Let's see.
120.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pages of
Okay.
quest. Skipped. No worries. This is why there are many of those opportunities for you.
It ends with us meeting a dragon at level 3 or something.
Yes. I also did come up with a solution of what happened with Torga Icewind.
She gets eaten by wolves. Or frost giant.
She was the one at the first time, yeah.
Come next episode to find out. And with that, I will end the recording. Good night.